In this assignment, we are going to look at the Magic Wand Tolerance Transformation Train assignment, and we are going to download those instructions from CMS, which will look like this, and I will have a classroom copy in case you want to follow along by the handout. And then we will also need the data file of the train from the PS Lesson 2 data files. So I have my train open already in my Photoshop. When you open your file, you will want to save your image because we don't want to work off the original. Remember, we don't want to ruin the original. Otherwise, we're going to have to reload the data files. And we're going to change the name of this as Train Engine hyphen edited your name. And I mean your name. We will leave the format type as a JPEG. A JPEG is actually the type of picture that comes from your digital cameras. And then we have a quality input here that has image options, which gives us a high resolution and a very large file. I can actually slide this down to choose a lower resolution, but the higher the quality, the better the resolution. We can leave our baseline as standard and then click OK. Now, in our assignment, we want to make sure that we are working with the Windows Workspace Essential, which is a default, that our Layers palette is open, and our Toolbox and Options bar are open. The next thing I want to do is go up to the Options bar and right mouse click, and I'm going to reset all my tools. This is a good habit to get into when you're working with your documents so that you can have the original background tools to work with. I selected the locked and delocked my layer to work with my document. Now I'm going to choose W for my Magic Wand tool, or click on Magic Wand on your toolbox. And in my options bar, I want tolerance to be 32. I want the contiguous checkbox to be unchecked. And then I'm going to click on my blue area, which is my sky area in my background, because I want to remove that. We want to include this green grass into the area of the selection, the green grass in the lower right corner of the photo. And so with the Magic Wand options bar, I'm going to click the Add to Selection button, which is this button right here. And then I'm going to type 50 in my tolerance. And I'm going to click the contiguous checkbox so it displays a check mark in this box. And then holding down my Shift key, I'm going to click on the green grass. So right now I'm going to press my Delete key on my keyboard, and you can see where it took out the background of my train, the grass, and the sky. So on the Select menu, I'm going to inverse my selection. And right now what I have selected is the grass and the sky that's been deleted. And I'm going to inverse that because I want the train selected. So the inverse just takes the opposite of what has been selected. And then on the Edit menu, I'm going to point to Transform. And then I'm going to choose Warp. And you can see I get this little grid in my diagram. Now remember, Transform shows the transform handles, which I have in the corners here. And I'm going to warp the smokestack of the train a little bit. And what I'm going to do is click on the transform handle in the upper left corner and just drag it to the right. See how that train smokestack is actually sliding backwards? And we are going to right click the selection and choose Skew on our shortcut menu. And you can see it accepted that selection. We're going to drag the upper left sizing handle to the left front of the train. So drag this handle to the left front of the train. And now it kind of looks like the train is in motion a little bit, and the smokestack should be a little bit more curved. To um, apply the selection, we need to click our check mark here. So there we have our train that looks like it's been skewed, it's been transformed with the smokestack, and we're going to add a text layer. Now we have not worked with text before, but our T button allows us to choose a text layer. And if you hold down the mouse button, we want the horizontal type text tool, which is your default tool. And the text is actually going to add a new layer, if you can see that right here. And then we are going to type our name. Now, when we are in our text layer, we can select everything by using the Control-A key. And we're going to play around with our text option bar. Here we have the kind of word styles, and I can arc my text, I can rise my text, I can blend it, I can do visual and distortion by sliding my horizontal bar. I can do vertical distortion, which makes it lay flat or makes it lay out towards you. I can change the sharpness of my text. If I want smooth edges, I can change my font style if I wanted to. To move my text, I have to grab my Move tool. And then if I wanted to edit my text, I need to choose that text, make sure I'm on the text layer, and notice how it picked up my name, and then double click in that text box, and then I can edit my text. So there is your assignment. We're going to update our save. Make sure we have the JPEG setting. We place our image. And then what you are going to do next, we won't need Photoshop, but then you are going to fill out the journal. And if you go back to your CMS, there is a train edited journal. You need to download that handout, and then you're going to fill out your journal and turn this in. Now, it says insert your edited photo here. If you're not aware on how to insert picture. From the Insert tab, navigate to your photo, insert, and if you need to, you can stretch that out a little bit. And then you will fill out the rest of your journal. So if there's text in here, you can just delete it out and then describe your problem scenario. The problem scenario in this exercise is you're a graphic designer and you're actually designing a logo for the Hobby Express company so that they can use that in their advertisements, their letterhead, and other digital files that they will need. Good luck with this assignment and have fun. And don't forget to turn in your journal.